Did you think it was just getting older? Perhaps the tired legs, unsteady steps, and slow climbs up the stairs seemed like a normal part of aging. But what if they weren't? What if the reason your legs feel heavy isn't just age, but something much more manageable? I'm Dr. Alan Balance, and for over 40 years, I've worked with seniors across America, helping them move with confidence, stand taller, and regain the strength they thought was lost for good. One key lesson I've learned is this: when your legs start to give out, it's rarely just due to aging. Often, it's your body quietly running low on the nutrients that keep your muscles working, your balance steady, and your energy flowing. In today's video, I want to show you something different, not another stretching routine or exercise tip, but 5 powerful nutrient combinations backed by clinical studies that help older adults walk better, feel steadier, and recover faster. You see, as we age, we don't only lose strength, we also lose the ability to absorb and activate the nutrients that power our legs. That's why many seniors eat well, take vitamins, and stay active, yet still feel their legs are weak, stiff, or unpredictable. The issue isn't effort, it's absorption and synergy. Once you address that and provide your body with the right nutrients in the right combinations, things can improve quickly. Balance gets better. Cramping eases, stairs become manageable again. Today, we're exploring the 5 most important vitamin and mineral pairings for leg strength after 60. One builds your foundation, another restores nerve signals, one calms the muscles, another reduces inflammation, and the newest one helps infuse your legs with oxygen and energy from within. If your legs have felt slower, heavier, or just not as reliable lately, this video is for you. And if you've started taking 1 or 2 vitamins but haven't seen results, this might be the missing piece. Stick around and let me know in the comments what leg issue you're struggling with lately. Balance, fatigue, cramps. The good news is, your legs might not be aging, they might just be waiting for the right help. If you find this helpful, don't forget to tap the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more science-based tips designed just for you. Your legs in your life after 60 still have so much strength left to give. You've probably heard of calcium and vitamin D3 before, usually in relation to bone health. But for older adults dealing with weak, shaky legs, this duo is much more than a bone builder. It's the foundation your lower body relies on, like steel beams supporting a bridge. Let's start with vitamin D3, the silent switch that makes everything else work. When you wake up and feel like your legs are slow, hesitant, or heavy, that's not just aging. That might be your body quietly signaling a D3 deficiency. Vitamin D3 acts like a master key, unlocking your body's ability to absorb and use calcium properly. Without it, calcium floats around in your bloodstream, unused and ineffective, like bricks stacked next to an unfinished wall. The first combo to consider is vitamin D3 plus calcium, the foundation that holds you up. Let's start where many struggles begin, right at the base. If your legs feel shaky in the morning or your knees tremble when you stand, it might not be about strength. It could be that your foundation, the one your muscles, nerves, and balance depend on, is quietly crumbling. That's why the first vitamin pairing we're discussing isn't flashy. It doesn't promise overnight energy or instant pain relief. But without it, every step becomes harder than it needs to be. I'm talking about vitamin D3 and calcium, the silent strength builders most seniors don't even realize they're missing. You've probably heard their names in commercials or seen them on multivitamin bottles. For older adults, these 2 nutrients go beyond bone health. They play a vital role in whether you can walk confidently, rise from a chair without wobbling, and climb stairs without fear. Vitamin D3 is the key that unlocks everything else. It helps your body absorb and use calcium, not just for your bones, but for your muscles too. Without D3, calcium can't reach the tissues that need it most. It simply lingers in your bloodstream, unused, like bricks stacked neatly beside an unfinished wall. Here's the challenge. After 60, your body's ability to make D3 from sunlight drops significantly. Your kidneys stop activating it efficiently, and with less time spent outdoors, most older adults become deficient without even realizing it. Calcium plays its own crucial role. It doesn't just build bone, It helps your nerves communicate with your muscles. Every step, every adjustment and balance, every time you catch yourself before stumbling depends on smooth communication. Calcium is the signal that makes that possible. But if there isn't enough, or if your body can't absorb it, the signal gets delayed or even lost. And what shows up on the outside? Trembling knees, slow reaction time, and that unsteady feeling when you stand up too quickly. Together, D3 and calcium form a powerful team. Studies back this up. In one clinical trial involving over 2,500 adults over 65, those who took 1,000 mg of calcium with 800 IU of vitamin D3 daily for just 6 weeks saw real improvements: fewer falls, stronger legs, and less early morning leg shaking. A study from Johns Hopkins found this pairing helped restore nerve muscle coordination, especially in the knees, hips, and calves areas where stability matters most. I remember one patient, George, a retired postman in his 70s. He was active, careful, and convinced that his daily multivitamin was doing the job. After a fall in his garage shook his confidence, he decided to try something new at his daughter's suggestion: targeted supplements, specifically D3 and calcium. Within weeks, he was back to walking his dog daily without hesitation. It wasn't magic, he said. It was simply giving his body the support it had been quietly asking for. If your legs feel unsteady not from pain, but from doubt, this might be the missing piece. It's not dramatic, just two nutrients working together in the background to strengthen the very base you stand on. Talk to your doctor about quality forms like D3, also known as cholecalciferol, and calcium citrate. Start small and stay consistent. Sometimes the best way forward is by rebuilding what holds you up. Now that we've strengthened your foundation, let's focus on the control center. Even with strong bones and muscles, you might sense something's off, like your legs hesitate when you stand, or your feet don't keep up when you start walking. This isn't weakness, it's miscommunication, and the solution starts with your nervous system and two essential vitamins: vitamin B12 and folate. Think of your body as a city. Your brain is the command center, and your legs are the delivery trucks. In between, you need clean, uninterrupted roads, your nervous system. Over time, nerve pathways can crack, similar to roads. Vitamin B12 acts as the repair crew, rebuilding and protecting the myelin sheath, the insulation around your nerves, like rubber on electrical wires. Without this sheath, signals don't travel properly. They fizzle, delay, or die out before reaching your muscles. This is why many seniors experience symptoms like unsteadiness, tingling in the feet, numbness in the calves, and delayed reaction times. These aren't just signs of aging, they're classic indications of a B12 deficiency, often reversible. B12 works best with folate, also known as vitamin B9, which helps form red blood cells to deliver oxygen to your nerves and needs B12 to activate it into a usable form. Together, they create a biological relay system. One prepares the route, and the other sends the message through. Research supports the power of this pair. A 2023 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with adequate B12 and folate had 42% faster foot reaction times, 30% fewer reports of numbness or instability, and significant improvements in walking balance within just 12 weeks. The magic is not just in nerve repair, but in how it feels. One patient, Mary, 73, a retired librarian, came to me with quiet frustration. "It's not that I'm in pain," she said. "I just don't trust my legs anymore." Her blood work showed low B12. We adjusted her diet with eggs and leafy greens, added a daily B12 and folate combo, and within a month, something shifted. "I could stop when I meant to stop," she shared. She told me with a smile. "I no longer worried about tripping." What's happening here isn't magic, it's biology functioning as it should. Low B12 can slow down nerve signaling, but when oxygen delivery is boosted and everything is in balance, your brain and legs communicate effectively and confidently. If you've noticed your legs hesitating before moving or experienced near stumbles that feel more like static than missteps, this could be the reason. It's a good idea to talk to your doctor and ask for a B12 blood test. If you're considering supplements, look for methylcobalamin, a highly absorbable form of B12, along with active folate 5 MTHF. You might also want to add foods like eggs, spinach, and lentils to your diet. Your legs not only need strength, but also clear and reliable communication, and this vitamin duo could be the translator your nervous system has been waiting for. We've rebuilt the foundation and reconnected the signals, but if your legs still feel tight, stiff, or stuck, especially after sitting or in the morning, the issue might not be your nerves or bones. It could be the chemistry inside your muscles and two silent minerals that many seniors may not realize they're missing. Let's discuss magnesium and potassium, the muscle-calming duo that helps your legs move as they should. If you've ever stood at the sink and felt your calves tense up, or tried to walk after sitting only to find your thighs locked or unresponsive, you're not alone. Many older adults experience this feeling, as if their legs have forgotten how to move, even when they're willing. It often comes down to a mineral imbalance. Every movement in your body, every step, shift, and stretch is powered by tiny electrical impulses from the brain. But these signals need messengers, and that's where magnesium and potassium come in. Potassium helps the signal reach the muscle, while magnesium helps the muscle relax afterward. Think of potassium as the ignition and magnesium as the brake. When either one is missing, the signal becomes chaotic. The muscle may contract, but won't release, leading to tightness, cramping, or what many describe as locked joints. In fact, low magnesium has been linked to nighttime leg cramps, early morning stiffness, and a higher risk of falls. A 2021 review in Nutrients found that older adults with low magnesium levels were over 3 times more likely to experience nocturnal leg cramps, and more than 60% of people over 60 don't meet their daily magnesium needs, often without realizing it. Potassium is equally important. It helps transmit nerve signals and balance fluids in your muscles, but can be easily depleted, especially if you're taking blood pressure medications or diuretics. When potassium levels are low, legs can feel heavy, and you might experience twitching, numbness, or fatigue even after light walking. Together, these deficiencies create a frustrating cycle, legs that cramp not from overuse, but from miscommunication. Now, here's the encouraging part. Small changes can bring significant relief. A 2023 clinical trial found that seniors who included magnesium and potassium-rich foods in the late afternoon or evening, such as leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, bananas, or sweet potatoes, experienced remarkable improvements. After just 4 weeks, 71% reported better leg control during walking therapy, and 68% could walk longer without fatigue. Consider Geraldine, a 76-year-old retired teacher. She initially thought her stiff knees were due to arthritis, but the inconsistency of her symptoms puzzled her. After discussing this with her physical therapist, she added a handful of pumpkin seeds and half a banana to her dinner. Within 2 weeks, she said it felt like someone oiled my knees. That's the power of restoring mineral flow. So if your legs feel tense, tight, or slow to respond, especially in the morning or after resting, don't assume it's just aging. You might simply need to rebalance your minerals, particularly magnesium and potassium. They could be the missing rhythm your muscles have been waiting for. We've strengthened your foundation, repaired your signals, and restored movement flow. But what if your legs still feel heavy by afternoon or quietly swollen by evening, even when you're eating well, stretching, and doing all the right things? This may be more than just tiredness. It could be inflammation, the kind that builds slowly and wears down your strength over time. Fortunately, nature provides a way to cool the fire from within, starting with 2 powerful allies, omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin E. Inflammation isn't always bad. It's your body's natural way of healing in response to stress, strain, or injury. But after 60, this healing process can get stuck in the on position. Instead of helping, it begins to harm. Tiny micro tears in your leg muscles and joints from walking, standing, or even sitting too long become flooded with chemical messengers repeatedly. The result is your knees feel warmer, your calves swell a little more each night, and a dull ache lingers in your thighs even after rest. This is chronic low-grade inflammation, and over time it acts like rust in your joints and fog in your muscles, slowing you down when you least expect it. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA from fish oil, can make a difference. They work on a cellular level, replacing pro-inflammatory fats in your cell membranes with anti-inflammatory ones. They block enzymes like QX and LOX, which produce pain-triggering chemicals, and they reduce cytokines, those fire starters that cause tissue breakdown. Then comes vitamin E, your cleanup crew and shield. It neutralizes free radicals, those unstable molecules created when inflammation runs wild. By doing this, it protects your cell membranes from oxidative damage and keeps omega-3s stable, allowing them to continue working effectively. Together, these two nutrients not only reduce inflammation, but also aid in the recovery and maintenance of your legs. In a 2020 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, adults over 60 who took 1,200 milliliters of omega-3 and 200 international units of vitamin E daily experienced remarkable results over 8 weeks. They saw a 41% reduction in knee swelling, a 39% improvement in walking speed, and 54% reported that their nighttime leg discomfort nearly vanished. Another study in 2022 found this combination increased walking endurance by 21%, not just by masking pain, but by enhancing how joints and muscles function under pressure. Take Roger, an 80-year-old retired train conductor from Indiana. He described his legs as feeling like they were carrying bricks, not sharp pain, but a heavy, dragging fatigue that made every step feel like trudging through mud. He tried stretching, massage, and even physical therapy, but it wasn't until he added omega-3 and vitamin E, just 2 capsules with dinner, that something shifted. I didn't need the armrest to stand anymore, he told me. I could move without forcing it. It felt natural again. So if your legs feel inflamed, not fiery, but foggy and slow, consider looking deeper. You might not need more strength, you might need less inflammation. Add more fatty fish like salmon or sardines to your diet, snack on almonds and sunflower seeds, or talk to your doctor about a supplement. Sometimes the lightness you're missing isn't in your muscles, it's in how your body responds to them. We've discussed your muscles, nerves, joints, and even your internal chemistry. But if your legs still feel like they run out of energy quickly, if you need to sit down after a short walk, or if standing for long periods leaves you feeling lightheaded or weak, there might be something deeper going on. It could be that your muscles aren't getting the oxygen they need to keep moving. And when it comes to oxygen, iron and vitamin C are the team your body relies on most. Iron is the building block of hemoglobin, the molecule in your red blood cells that carries oxygen from your lungs to your muscles. Without enough iron, your blood can't deliver oxygen efficiently, and your legs feel the shortage first. This isn't about dramatic anemia. Even mild iron deficiency, which is common in older adults, especially women, can cause leg fatigue, muscle weakness, and reduced walking endurance. But here's the challenge. Iron is notoriously hard to absorb, especially after 60. As we age, stomach acid levels drop, making iron less available to the body. Additionally, many seniors take antacids or other medications that further reduce absorption. That's where vitamin C comes in. It doesn't just fight colds, it enhances the absorption of non-heme iron. The type found in plant foods and most supplements, when taken together, transforms poorly absorbed iron into a form your body can actually use. This isn't just theory. A 2021 study from the Journal of Nutrition and Aging found that seniors who took 50 milligrams of iron with 500 milligrams of vitamin C daily for 12 weeks increased their hemoglobin by 13%, walked 22% farther in 6-minute walking tests, and reported 38% less leg heaviness after climbing stairs. These improvements came without the need for high doses or complex treatments, just the right pairing at the right time. One patient, Linda, 74, had long struggled with energy. Her legs didn't hurt, but they tired quickly. She could grocery shop, but needed to sit before unloading the car. Tests showed her iron was low, normal, not anemic, but clearly affecting her function. Her doctor recommended adding a small dose of iron with orange slices at breakfast. After a few weeks, she felt steadier, more capable. I didn't feel supercharged, she told me, but my legs finally had fuel, not just willpower. That's the quiet power of oxygen. You don't notice it when it's there, but when it's missing, even a little, your entire body has to work harder to keep up. If your legs feel tired before they should, or if you recover more slowly than you used to, it may be time to check your iron levels. Talk to your doctor and ask about a ferritin test, not just hemoglobin, to detect hidden deficiencies. Consider combining iron with vitamin C from citrus fruits, bell peppers, or a gentle supplement. Energy isn't just about what you do, it's about whether your body has the oxygen it needs to carry you there. You've made it to the end, and that already tells me something important about you. You care not just about your legs, but about your future, your independence, and your ability to move through each day with confidence instead of caution. And now, you have something most people don't: a roadmap. You've seen how 5 powerful combinations of simple nutrients working together can rebuild the systems that time, stress, and age quietly wear down. You've learned that vitamin D3 and calcium don't just build bones, they rebuild stability. That B12 and folate help your brain and muscles communicate clearly again. That magnesium and potassium calm the chaos in your muscles and bring back rhythm. That omega-3 and vitamin E cool the invisible fire and protect every step. And that iron and vitamin C quietly deliver oxygen, energy, and endurance from the inside out. Not every leg problem is a mystery, and not every solution comes in a prescription bottle. Sometimes the answer is in your kitchen, in a quiet conversation with your doctor, or in the decision to keep learning, just like you did today. So take a breath, take a step, and make one small change this week, whether it's adding a banana to your dinner or asking for a ferritin test, or considering a more tailored supplement instead of your usual multivitamin. Remember that real change often happens gradually. It comes in moments like these, when you decide to keep going. If you found even one new idea in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share in the comments which of the 5 combinations you're most eager to try. And remember to subscribe for more science-based, senior-focused content like this. Because your legs still have many steps to take, your body is still capable of healing, and you have so much more life to live.